I'm currently in Brent Knoll in Somerset, and it's quite a sunny day today, so I thought I'm going to take the Avata 2 out for its first flight on the hill behind me. It looks quite small, but let's see what it looks like when we're up in the air. Okay, I'm going to start recording on the drone using the, can't see actually, using the record button on the side of the controller, just here. Right, we are now recording on the drone, and I've got my hand controller. Now we're going to press double tap this lock button to start the motors. And I'm going to press and hold this button to take off. There we go. And I look up, and there we go. Okay. So we're actually off in normal mode right now. And I'm going to stop. And if you press this button next to the lock button, that's going to change into sports mode. And that's going to allow you to go a lot faster now. And now I'm going to head towards the top of this hill. And we're going to see what views we can get at the top. So with the hand controller, left to go left, right to go right. And then obviously you got your up and down. And I haven't used head tracking yet, but I'm going to definitely use head tracking. Now that is absolutely stunning views over the hill. Wow, look at that. It's absolutely stunning. And the signal is fantastic, so I'm not worried at all about the drone losing connection. And it's going to be a very short flight, because this is my first time flying. And I'm going to bring it back over. A lot quieter than the first Avata. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it using the lock button, the orange button. I'm going to press this one to go back into normal mode. I'm going to unpause, and I'm going to gently use the accelerator to bring it towards me. And then when I think this in a good place, I'm going to get a bit lower. And I'm going to hold the orange button. And that's going to auto land. There it is, auto landing. And there it is. And if I wanted to cancel the auto landing, for any reason I wanted to cancel it, or just press the orange button again to cancel. And there it is. So it's just a quick flight with the Avata. I do have the ND32 on there, but I'm going to keep everything on. I'm going to turn the drone off though. But I'm going to keep the goggles running on my head, and I'm actually going to change out the battery on the Avata 2. So we just pop that one there. And I got my PGY Tech case. It's cost me about £50 or about $60. And that holds everything. So let me grab another battery. You want to slide that in till you hear the click. Press and hold. There it is again. And then you've got a full battery again to go fly. So I'm going to grab my hand controller. I'm going to pop it down again, somewhere around here. Hopefully I don't get a lot of dust in my motors, but what can you do about it? We've got to stay off the road just in case a car comes. And then Okay, so we're going to do it all again. We'll pop the goggles on. And it says, make sure surrounding area is safe and press the lock button twice to start propellers. So this is the lock button. Double tap that. And we're recording again. And it says, press and hold the lock button to take off. And we're up again. And this time, we've got 98% battery. And we're off in normal mode. But I'm going to stop by releasing the trigger. See the trigger? And I'm going to go press this one into sports mode. And now I am in sports mode. I think there's people walking up towards me. But I'm going to carry on speaking anyway. Like I said, there are cameras on the front of the goggles, so I can just double tap the goggles, pause the drone, double tap the goggles, and then see who's around me. And I'm back on the top. Just at 120 meters of altitude. So you just want to stay just about under that, because the height limit's 120. And we're right at the top of the hill. The views are stunning. And we're going to come back down the hill. See if we can get close to here. Very intuitive for the first time. It's very easy to use. Losing some signal on the goggles just for a brief second. But we're back in now. Back at full bars. And everything's looking great. So I just flown to the top of the hill. And back down here. Bring it over the top of us. So I'll let my spectators see what's going on. And I'm going back up the hill. And that's only used about 20% of the battery. And I'm going back up to the top. Hopefully you guys are seeing that with the hand controller. I do hear an aircraft in the distance, so I'm going to keep my altitude lower than usual. Just to make sure I'm not interfering with anyone. So the higher you are in the sky, the better the goggles signal is going to be. The lower you are, the lower the signal is going to be. And we're coming back past again. I go back up the hill. So I'm excited to try out the hand controller, the remote controller instead of the hand controller. Back up to the top. And the views are stunning. Beautiful day. About 10, 12 degrees, so it's not too hot, but it feels a lot hotter in the sun. Back down we come. We're flying for roughly about 5 minutes now, and we're only at 60%, which is just over half of the battery. Just under half of the battery used. You can just explore, you can go wherever you want really. The signal's just fantastic. And I'd say it is a mega upgrade over the original Avata. And a massive upgrade over the Avata 2. So I'm losing a little bit of HD signal there. It's surprising how far you can go without realizing. And I think I'm gonna bring it in for a landing. So I'm holding down full speed on the trigger, and it doesn't feel like I'm going that fast. It feels like I'm going 15 miles an hour maybe. And I'll bring it in close. I'm going to change into normal mode. I'll bring it close, bring it down. And I'm going to hold the lock button. Ground, pause the recording. And there you have it.